Hi parents! Have consequences, punishments, and reward charts made your child's behavior worse instead of better? If you feel you have tried everything and nothing is working, then this episode is for you. Welcome to From the Teacher's Desk. I'm a special education teacher with practical teacher and friendly strategies to support learning and behavior. And today we're discussing why traditional discipline sometimes backfires and what to do instead. And please stay with me because the answer is not to become more strict, but to try to understand what the behavior is actually telling you. Let's get started. A lot of parents usually show up with the same exhausted sentence, "We've tried everything." And what they mean is they've tried sticker charts, time out, taking things away, consequences, punishments, rewards, a firmer tone, and yet the behavior keeps getting worse instead of better. And if this is happening to you, it doesn't mean that you are being too soft on your child, but it might mean that the strategy that you're using does not match the needs of your child. Traditional discipline assumes that a child can do better in that moment if they really want to. But when we look at behavior challenges, it's often because the child cannot access the skill that an adult is demanding. And they are feeling overwhelmed, they cannot regulate their behavior, they cannot explain how they are feeling, and they certainly cannot be flexible. So when you pile on consequences on top of all these feelings, you're not teaching a skill, but you're just helping to escalate that behavior. And it's really important to realize that when a child is always feeling overwhelmed and you add punishment to that, you're only increasing the child's stress. And you're not helping build the skill that you are really looking for. Support is not the same as permissiveness, and this is what scares many parents, because understanding a behavior is not the same as giving into a behavior, and maintaining your boundaries can be done without building your whole response around punishment. For example, if a child throws something when they're feeling frustrated and overwhelmed, you can't teach a lesson in the heat of the moment. The first thing you have to do is make sure everyone is safe, and only when everyone is calm, including you, only then can teaching take place. That teaching can sound like this. Next time you can count to 10 before throwing the toy. Or when you feel your body start feeling so hot, you can squeeze a pillow. Or you may be angry, but you may not hit. This is gentle discipline. You are teaching your child what to do instead. You're not removing the boundaries. And this is the part that traditional consequences often leave out. Consistency is still very important and matters very much, but not the kind of consistency that many people mean. Consistency is needed in the adult response. Consistency is needed in maintaining the boundaries. Consistency is needed in teaching your children alternative behaviors, and consistency is needed in what happens after the behavior, not endless consistency and punishments that are not working. This is a different kind of parenting and usually a more effective one. If every hard moment turns into a power struggle, pause and ask, what skill was missing here? What support was missing before the behavior happened? What was my child supposed to do instead? And did I teach my child that skill when we were all calm? Consequences do not replace a skill by themselves, but teaching does. So if discipline keeps backfiring, stop asking, how can I make my child care more? And start asking, what does my child need in order to succeed next time? This is not weak parenting, this is effective parenting. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Next week, we will be discussing how to ask school for help without sounding like the difficult parent. See you then from the Teacher's Desk.